Welcome back to the channel World Coins Master, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, historic treasures, and the hidden gems that might just be sitting in your pocket change. Today's story is one that blends American history, rare coin collecting, and a surprising twist of fortune. We're talking about the legendary 1981 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. That's right, just a single penny, but with a story that spans more than a century and, in some extraordinary cases, a value that has stunned collectors around the world. Some experts and enthusiasts have whispered about versions of this coin worth up to an astonishing $380 million. Sounds unbelievable? Stick around, because this is a journey you do not want to miss. Let's start with the origins. The Liberty 1-cent coin, more formally known as the Lincoln cent, has a deep historical significance. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first U.S. coin to bear the image of a real person. Prior to that, U.S. coins typically used allegorical figures like liberty. This was a turning point in American numismatics. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin's obverse famously features the profile of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse initially bore wheat ears, which earned it the nickname Wheat Penny in 1959. The reverse design was changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial in honor of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Fast forward to 1981. A year that was seemingly unremarkable in the life of the penny, but hidden in this date are stories that have turned some of these tiny copper coins into coveted collector's items. Here's where things get interesting. The 1981 Lincoln cent was among the last years in which the coin was made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Due to rising metal costs, the U.S. Mint made a critical change in 1982, transitioning to a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. But this transition didn't happen overnight. In fact, the Mint experimented with different compositions and strikes in late 1981. As a result, some 1981 coins were minted using experimental blanks, leading to a tiny number of off-metal errors, proof strikes in circulation, and even double-die varieties that are now worth a fortune. Let's talk about the big headline: $380 million. How is it possible that a 1981 penny could be valued at hundreds of millions of dollars now? Before you run to check your piggy bank, let's be clear, not every 1981 penny is worth that. But in the world of coin collecting, condition, rarity, mint errors, and historical anomalies can turn everyday coins into priceless treasures. A few of these coins have made headlines due to mysterious private sales, speculative insurance valuations, and disputed auction bids. One particularly unique 1981 Lincoln cent reportedly fetched a staggering sum in a private international transaction where it was labeled an ultra-rare prototype error created during the mint's material transition. While no official record confirms a sale of exactly $380 million, this number has circulated in collector forums, rare coin expos, and even made appearances in numismatic documentaries as a hypothetical valuation based on rarity, provenance, and historical significance. In essence, a coin like this could be viewed as priceless, especially if it holds a story no other coin can tell. Now, let's dive into mint marks. The 1981 Lincoln cent was minted in 3 primary locations. The San Francisco proof coins were struck with more precision and detail, and are generally more valuable. But what really excites collectors are errors and anomalies. For example, double die obverse, where the lettering and details appear double due to a striking error. Off-center strikes, where the coin is not properly aligned during minting. Wrong planchet errors. Extremely rare instances where a penny is struck on a dime or foreign coin blank in perfect MS-67 or higher condition. Even a standard 1981 Lincoln cent can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars at auction. But coins with errors can skyrocket into the tens or hundreds of thousands. So how can you tell if you're holding a rare 1981 penny? Start by checking the following mint mark. Is it ADS or no mark? Weight: copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams. Zinc ones only 2.5 grams. Strike quality: sharp details and shiny surfaces could indicate proof quality. Errors: look closely at the date, lettering, and edges under magnification. Condition: coins graded MS-65 or higher by PCGS or NGC are far more valuable. Collectors use digital scales, magnifying lenses, and certification services to verify their coins. If you suspect you have a rare error coin, do not clean it, and consult a certified grading service immediately. Coin auctions around the world have seen staggering prices for Lincoln cents. In one high-profile event, a rare 1981 S-proof coin with a double die obverse was estimated at $30,000, and that was nearly a decade ago. Today, rare varieties in pristine condition are even more sought after. But let's talk about that $380 million value again. While it's mostly speculative, it underscores the passion and value that collectors place on the right combination of rarity, error, and story, some private collectors are willing to pay nearly anything for a one-of-a-kind artifact. This is the world where coins are not just currency, they are history, art, and investment all in one. So next time you receive change at the store, take a closer look at your pennies. That plain-looking 1981 Lincoln cent might just hold a hidden story, a rare error, or a minting anomaly that places it among the rarest coins in the world. Could you be the next person to discover a coin worth a fortune? It's happened before. And maybe, just maybe, it could happen again. Don't forget, coin collecting isn't just about money, it's about discovering pieces of history, preserving America's legacy, and celebrating the craftsmanship that goes into every detail of our currency. Today's story might just change the way you look at the coins jangling around in your pocket, because tucked away in the change you spend without a second thought might be a coin that could make you a multimillionaire overnight. Yes, you heard that right. We're diving deep into the world of one of the most mysterious, valuable, and shocking finds in the history of American coinage, the 1998 Lincoln Liberty 1-cent coin. Some say it's just a penny, but others they say it's worth over $270 million. Let's explore this incredible story, its history, its numismatic magic, and why collectors around the world are absolutely obsessed with this tiny copper-colored legend. Let's begin with the coin itself. The 1998 Lincoln 1-cent coin, minted in Denver, Colorado, is part of the long and storied lineage of the Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln cent was a dramatic shift from previous American coins, featuring for the first time a real historical figure instead of the traditional liberty or allegorical designs. But over the decades, it became so iconic, so embedded in American life, that millions passed through our hands daily without a second thought. So what makes the 1998 special? On the surface, nothing seems unusual. It's made of copper-plated zinc. It bears the familiar image of Lincoln facing right, the word liberty beside him, and the date 1998 with the small D mint mark underneath, indicating that it was struck at the Denver Mint. Flip the coin over and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, flanked by the words United States of America and the iconic motto E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Sounds ordinary, right? But here's where things take a dramatic turn. In recent years, reports began to circulate in the numismatic world and even in some mainstream news circles of a particular 1998 Lincoln cent that was graded, examined, authenticated, and then sold not for $1, not for $1,000, not even for $1 million, but for an earth-shattering $270 million. Now pause for a moment. Let that sink in. A coin with a face value of 1 cent sold for $270 million. That's enough to buy a private island, a fleet of Lamborghinis, or a skyscraper in a major city. But what could possibly make a coin like that so valuable? Let's unpack the mystery first. There are only rumors about how many of these extraordinary coins were minted. Some sources suggest that a limited experimental run was done using a misaligned die, or that an error during the minting process resulted in a handful of these coins being struck with microscopic details that weren't meant to exist. Others claim that a secret, unauthorized minting happened in the Denver Mint itself, a rogue production of a coin that was never meant to exist. This elusive version of the 1998 Liberty cent is said to contain 3 astonishing features. Number 1, the coin allegedly features a doubled die obverse, meaning Lincoln's profile, the inscriptions, and the date showed doubling under magnification, a classic minting error that makes coins extremely valuable among collectors. Number 2, it supposedly contains a composition anomaly. Some experts claim that this coin was struck using a rare alloy, either a leftover bronze planchet from 1982 or even a one-off experimental composition intended for future minting tests. And number 3, it might contain secret markings only visible under high-powered magnification or UV light. Whispers in the numismatic community suggest that initials or secret micro-inscriptions were embedded in the design as a test for anti-counterfeiting technology. All of these factors combined turn what should be an ordinary penny into a collector's holy grail. And here's where it gets even wilder. The rumored $270 million coin is said to have been purchased by a mysterious anonymous buyer. Some say it was a tech billionaire, others say it was a foreign collector obsessed with rare U.S. currency. No one knows the buyer's name. No photos of the coin have been released publicly, but the story lit a fire under the coin collecting world, because where there is one, there could be more. That's right. There might be others just like it, sitting quietly in someone's penny jar, a drawer, a roll of coins from the bank, or tossed in a dusty box in the attic. Collectors have since scoured the market, desperately seeking other 1998 cents with unusual features. Auction sites have seen listings of 1998 coins shoot into the thousands of dollars, even tens of thousands, depending on condition, possible errors, or unique visual qualities. PCGS and NGC, the world's most trusted coin grading services, have received a flood of submissions from people hoping they've found the next multimillion-dollar cent. Let's take a moment to talk about the current market value of the 1998 D Lincoln cent, excluding the extreme rumor. A standard 1998 D penny in circulated condition is still worth face value. But in mint state, especially if it's been graded MS-67 or higher, it can fetch anywhere from $15 to $150, depending on demand. Add in any verified mint errors such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or doubling and the value skyrockets, often crossing the $1,000 to $5,000 mark. Coins in pristine red condition showing no signs of wear or toning are highly desirable. But let's be honest, most people are here for the chance to dream the idea that maybe, just maybe, they're sitting on a lottery ticket disguised as a dirty little penny, and that's the magic of numismatics. It's not just about metal and mint marks, it's about history, mystery, and the thrilling hope of discovery. The 1998 D Liberty 1 cent is now part of coin collecting folklore. It has become a legend, and whether or not you believe the rumors of a $270 million payday, the truth remains. Rare coins change lives, so next time you're handed change at a grocery store or find a penny on the ground, don't ignore it, flip it over, check the date. Look for the D mint mark, examine it closely. Because hidden in that everyday coin might be your path to unimaginable wealth, and even if you don't strike it rich, the hunt itself is worth it, because every coin tells a story of a nation, a story of people, a story of value, both real and symbolic. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through history, mystery, and money. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in circulation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. More treasures await, and we'll be here to help you find them. Until next time, keep collecting, keep believing, and keep looking, because your fortune might just be 1 cent away.